Hello there, folks. Hope you're having an amazing Tuesday so far, and welcome over to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we'll have another Wind Waker Season 8 bracket match. We're round 2. This is game 2 between Dadvocate and Bacon4Presy. On tracking today, you'll have Les and Bobby, and on commentary, you'll have KitKat and Sledge. Gonna hand it over to the two of them. Hope you'll enjoy the race, folks.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we got a good match on our hands. Loser bracket round 2.
We have.
Game 2, Dadvocate versus Bacon. Dadvocate or Advo or Count Advocate or whatever you want to call him. He's a very good runner. Very much dominated this game for some of the last few seasons. He'll be going against Bacon, who's a relatively newer runner. Started maybe about a year or two ago.
It was August last year, I think.
August last
was around
year.
the time.
Yeah, and he's been showing some massive improvement. So I'm definitely looking forward to this matchup. This is, as I said, this is game 2. Advo is up 1 game, but anything can happen. So we will see.
Yeah, I know that Bacon is a long-time watcher of Advo's streams too, so they're like familiar with each other as people a little bit, which is a fun kind of thing to think about. And yeah, Bacon has been improving like really a lot in the last few months, coming up to S8. I feel like, sure. Whilst Advo is the favorite to win and he's a game up, this is S8. This is like the most unpredictable season of Wind Waker I've seen, so if there's any race for an upset to happen, it could be this one.
What are we saying? Dungeon predictions. I am saying Dragon Roost Cavern, Forbidden Woods, and the 2 temples.
No Forbidden Woods, no ET. I barely did that in time. Okay, well I already lost.
Okay, well I think there were no Goma and Golden dungeons. Okay, I was like, not really right, just like sort of right.
I don't even remember what you said, to be honest.
So Advo speeding through the hints, Bacon taking a little bit more time to read them, just making sure everything's jotted down correctly.
Yeah, I know that Advo does VOD review strategies, whereas Bacon, I think, just writes them down. Starting with a Picto Hog.
We like the ability to engage in photography.
Yeah, I've got Paths and Barrens, so I've got Crescent to Mulgara, Mail to Kalidimos, DRI to Helmarok, and Windfall to Helmarok. Wait, did I write that down right? It might be DRI to Goma.
DLC is not a dungeon, so it wouldn't be in that case.
Wait, was it not? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Windfall to Jalhalla.
Oh, Windfall to Jalhalla, okay. Yeah, I got
so interesting path that's there. Crescent Moon, that's always a really interesting one. You can pretty much full clear that right now with Sphere 0, but it is a little bit out of the way. And Mail is also a really funky one because you have no idea where that is within the mail. And each mail check requires basically like a different item or different circumstances to
mail path
get it.
Feels like yeah, it feels like a scam a little bit.
It's like, cool, what do you want me to do with this? I don't know which mail check it is.
Yeah, I guess one thing about Crescent is the submarine is really slow when you can't skip it, but the skip is also kind of tricky in itself because the sub is like swaying. So the ledge grab is really hard to get compared to like normal ledges.
Yeah.
Because normal ledges usually aren't like moving like that, because I'm pretty sure the submarine is actively moving.
Yeah, I think those sums. I definitely know that whenever I do like the leaf pumps for the submarines, they do feel different compared to Ghost Ship. I feel like I need to. Yeah, I think it's like one totally less different. Or one more pump, and it's a little bit like the timing's a little bit different, but yeah.
Yeah, Link like falls a little bit before ledge grabbing a lot. When you do that, it's really weird. But yeah, both going to Windfall because it's path hinted and they have Picto, so you know, no brainer, I guess. You could still argue for greeting for it, but in an early game that's like kind of hard to choose between the things, this is, you know, they both see it as their best option, which I agree with. They're both doing different routes though.
Yeah, Bacon is going House of Wealth first, and Advo is, I believe he's doing the Tingle Mail first. I would imagine he's going to be doing Chasing Kids, because this is normally what you would do. You do this, then Chasing Kids, then House of Wealth after that. There's a Leaf on Advo, and a Bow on Bacon. So, interesting items there.
Yeah, Advo might be doing... Go Ship Sharp, by the way. Advo might be doing some sort of route where you... The route where you save warp from here, then you do Lenzo Door Cancel and all that stuff, and then you do Mila into House of Wealth, whereas Bacon's route kind of implies that he's going to orphan Mila. I feel like, to me, since he's already done House of Wealth.
Yeah, I feel like one of the biggest reasons for doing Mila with House of Wealth is you can store the door, and it makes combining those two a little bit easier, but sometimes you want to wait to combine Mila with doing Creep instead, which requires 2 bows and magic. That is the optimal way of doing it, because whilst you are waiting for Mila, you can just do the Creep check. But yeah, it's a weird one, because it is Sphere 0, so Mila can just have like something that you really need, and your opponent can just do it right off the bat, and you can do it an hour in because you tried to combine it with Creep, but then you get it's a whole weird check.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like recently I've been like almost basically never greeting for Mila, because you can like do the windmill, you can door cancel for House of Wealth, and you can do Tot during it. And if you do all that perfectly, like you only have like 15 seconds left, so you kind of like get enough stuff to do anyway, and you can use those 15 seconds on rupee pots, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like the observation that I made playing in the last few seasons is often I feel like when magic has been a starting item, delaying Mila has been way more common, because you just need 2 bows to be able to combine that with Creep.
Magic's a starting item?
In previous seasons.
In previous seasons, okay. Because I don't think it can be anymore.
Maybe not this season, but in seasons 5 and 7, it was a starting item. Seasons 6 and 8, at least the ones that I remember.
You mean we like started with it anyway, not it's a possible random starting item?
Yeah. I'm talking about Mila routing and stuff, like Mila metagaming in previous seasons, right? Where it's like in the seasons where we started with magic, well, you just needed 2 more items until you could combine it. So I think that I remember in seasons 5 and 7, it was way more common to try and delay Mila, but in seasons like 6 and even this season, you have to get like magic as well on top of that. So I know a lot of runners just go screw it and do Mila right off the bat.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, for starting items, the item has to unlock something on its own if you started with it. Like, for example, Picto unlocks checks on its own without anything else if you start with it, therefore it can be starting item. And I'm like, magic can't do that, so huh? But then I realized you meant like actual starting item. But yeah, Mila is a weird one. It's still nice to do Creep during Mila, because it's like, it's probably an even better use of your time than the early game stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, there's, the thing with a lot of the early game stuff is you have to do a lot of, like, movements to, like, you have to, like, walk over to Tot. I mean, and if you're going to do Tot, you're probably going to do that anyway, so I think that if you add everything up, the most time-efficient thing to do is Creep, because a lot of Creep is just waiting on a windmill that you'd have to do anyway.
Also,
if that made any sense.
Yeah. Also, Bacon leaving Windfall already, getting Iron Boots on Cyclos, and nothing from Salvage Claw, whereas Advo's just doing the kind of typical Windfall route here. This is interesting.
I think that's I think what Bacon did, it makes sense. He did kind of what's known as what's informally known as Season 4 Windfall, where for those of you who were there, Season 4 was one of the seasons where we had no short side quests on, so you would pretty much just do Tingle Jail, House of Wealth, and then go away. And that's basically what Bacon more or less did. I believe, maybe borrowing a few checks here and there. But yeah, Bacon chose to do other things like DRI, and he might come back to Windfall. I mean, he's got a Picto, so he's not out of checks from Windfall. But yeah, he's like kind of chosen to do other things like this, which makes sense. Dragon Roost Island was path to something, if I remember, Hemrock.
Hemrock, yeah.
So yeah, this makes sense. Hemrock's normally a good path to follow because it's probably like
Tingle chart,
something useful. Tingle chart.
Yeah, I think it is Bacon's like typical Windfall route though, because I've seen him do this in previous restreams that I've commentated for him in S8. So I do think that is just his route. But yeah, DRI this early definitely makes sense. Also, Frostpell is interesting because that's, it could just be the one mail check, but it also could be a dungeon leading to thing.
There wasn't actually a huge amount on Dragon Roost Island itself. Other than Frostpell, the other two had nothing. I wonder if Dragon Roost Island is an entrance to one of the dungeons. That's a bow and advo. We now know where Fire and Ice is, I believe. Unless... No, Bacon didn't get
another
that.
bow. Yeah, because Bacon got the one in House of 12, right?
Oh yeah, Advo's gonna get that right now.
Okay, I was like, am I gasping for nothing? Or, okay. But yeah. Frostpell path is interesting. For sure. I'm getting Ho-Ho hint. 8 is in the mail. Was that one? Oh, by the way, do you know what the dungeon entrances are? Because I have not checked, and there is Power Bracelets.
I can't quite see it on either trackers, and I didn't quite remember it when I saw the maps.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Is it spiky? I don't know.
It's hard to see.
But Bacon's doing it, so that sucks. I'm sorry, Bacon.
I think if he would have... I don't know if he did see what it was in the end. I think if he moved towards it, he might have been able to detect if it was spiky or not, but just doing it out of safety, which I understand.
I mean, some people can tell from that distance. I just can't. I think that was a genuine...
I can if I'm on console. On emulator, I can't. It's weird.
Yeah. I can tell I have to go, like, right to the very edge of the ledge to do it.
Yeah, Power Bracelets for both the runners. Advo just getting them right now.
Yeah, however, Advo is going here too, so unless he, like, orphans... Oh, he's getting Ghost Ship here now. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, unless he, like, orphans the sub, he's gonna have to do this waiting time anyway, so in the context of a race, there's not really any time lost by doing this. Against your opponent, there's only time to be saved. Yeah, waiting's over, also Ghost Ship. So yeah, I guess Advo did orphan Mila in the end.
Ooh,
and it is Hookshot. Okay, so that's our Mulgara path resolved. I really thought it was PBs for like a dungeon entrance because I haven't seen the dungeon entrances yet, but I was just Hookshot anyway. Bacon also gonna do Ghost Ship. Let's go. Ship, I guess. With a bow, at least it's nice because it's just nice and easy projectile for the Wizrobe. Because the Wizrobe causes a lot of problems. And also source of money, as we can see. There's some purple rupees in there. ET, Wind Temple, and DRC. Okay.
You got one Ghost Ship?
Thank you, Bobby. Is that Frostpell path is just for mail then?
Yeah, it would be, yeah, because Tower of the Gods wouldn't be an entrance.
That's pretty funny, to be honest.
I guess it also could be that the Helmrock item is in is in the dungeon in Dragon Rouge Island.
Is that possible with a DRI path?
Yeah, it is. I believe.
Oh.
So someone in chat can correct me if I'm
Someone
wrong,
in chat, if you know, because I did not. I certainly didn't know.
I'm fairly sure I've had it in some seeds. I think.
I need that seed. I need a seed with unhinted Baron DRI path, and then something in the dungeon entrances path. Because that like ultra confirms it.
I know that Barons work the same way. Like if Dragon Rouge Island is Baron, then the dungeon inside of it is also Baron.
Barons work that way. The 2-eye fairy item hint used to work that way from season 7. Like if it said, oh well, I guess also our go mode item hints work that way, right? Like if you get, oh they say a bow is in Headstone Island. Actually no, better example, Forest Haven. Most of the time it actually means the dungeon. Because dungeon's way more X than just the 2 check on Forest Haven.
But
I don't know if paths behave like that though. Got a sword. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was like, I feel like paths might not work that way.
Okay, so that's just saying that paths work slightly differently, which that is fair.
Okay, yeah. So it was paths that were like that. Okay.
Yeah. So either it's Pharaoh's Pearl or it's the spoils back check.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Not me briefly forgetting that the spoils bag check existed.
I forget it exists half the time just because I think I don't like it.
Guess it's not too bad.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not complaining that we start with all the spoils bag. I do actually quite like the spoils bag inclusion in this season.
It's different to how we included it last season, which is just like 1 check, find a joy pennant, go.
Yeah.
Also, banana. If David was here with us, he'd he would love it. Okay, dead scale the wall. And that's paw print full cleared. Bacon now going to outset.
Not bad choice. Outset has a few sphere 0 checks.
We've got hookshot, which is the main thing. It means it's like less about outset itself at this point and more about the stuff after outset, because Bacon doesn't have that bottle on Windfall that Advo has.
Hey, where did Advo get the bottle actually?
It was on like one of the hide and seek checks that Bacon didn't do yet.
Oh, I missed that. It was like Triforce 6 on something.
Bomb Island?
It could have been. It kind of looked like Bomb Island.
He did it. He did read it very fast though.
I was paying
So
attention.
true,
I just couldn't read that fast. Oh, there's Spoil's bag.
Spoil's bag.
Beak of the devil.
Bacon like rolling and having to backflip back to the chest is so relatable though.
Chests are the hardest thing to open in this game.
The way it's like specifically the way the camera adjusts itself just before or just after a chest that gets me the most. If it adjusts in a way I'm not expecting, it's very hard to get used to. Anyway, Pearl Mail. What have we got? Ooh.
Long boy.
Long boy. So that's 5 in the mail. So, Hyrule, perhaps? Yeah, exactly,
Maybe.
Bobby. MSC path? Smiley face. Yeah, I can't believe it. Bacon is visiting Outset without a bottle. How dare he? You know what? He's not even visiting with the bait bag. Like, it's just... It's not just, it's not fair, it's just despicable. And I can't believe he's doing this. It's a disservice to our viewers. No, okay. But yeah. As I said, Horseshoe is now open for business.
Okay, Bobby confirms it was Bomb Island on there.
Wait a second. Bacon has Diamond Step marked off on his tracker. Oh wait, no, it's just a line cut off. Never mind. Okay, I was like, Bacon. Bacon, what's going on?
You can't see it on the roof stream, but on his individual stream that we're looking at in the commentary booth, his map is cut off slightly on the bottom. So from our point of view, it looked like the Diamond Step was checked.
Yeah, there was one quadrant cut off. So I was like, Bacon. But no, it's fine. Bomb Island Triforce 6. Okay, so it is what we thought. With the power of 2 people, we're able to figure out that one person saw Bomb Island and the other saw 6.
Okay, Advo appears to be doing something.
Oh.
He did some storage. He's here now. Cyclops maybe?
Are you trying to get Cyclops?
Yeah, he's going to void out here, and then... Cyclops is a genuine thing to do at Mother and Child.
Maybe he just wants to do Cyclops.
That is actually really smart, though, I will admit. Because this probably isn't that much slower than, like, sailing to a Cyclops.
That's cute. I like it.
It's one of those
so
strats
extra.
It's one of those strats that I absolutely forgot existed.
I feel like I've seen Advo do stuff like this before.
Okay, Bacon reading the same hint, 6 on Bomb Island.
It's extra, but sometimes being extra is fun, you know. Shoutouts to this Mothula who tanks like all of the baby sword quick spins. And shoutouts to Spiky Chest.
Another bottle?
Another bottle. That probably feels bad for Bacon, having just been to Outset.
Another sword?
Another sword. Island of duplicates. I need to, like, use that hook shot onto that tree that Advo uses there. I never remember to. And I know it's a small thing, but it's cool. Little things like that are really nice.
The hookshot in general just lends itself to a lot of, like, slight optimizations and movements, and it's always pretty cool.
I guess Bacon really is in this like state, was in that state and when he was at Outset of being like one item from being able to do any other check on that island. He like, if he had a bottle, he could do Grandma. If he had magic, he could do Orca. If he had bait bag, he could do big pig, but none of those things were true at the time.
Yeah, because Orca does require magic, because because you have to charge up the sword, and I believe that's the magic part or something.
Yeah, charging up the sword for Hurricane Spin uses up magic.
So I don't think it's something that really anyone thought about until this season, but yeah, that's how that works.
A few people had to learn it the hard way. It's an interesting that like going for that chest peak there, like without being able to use the leaf to fly. But it's kind of nice because he got to save warp a bit earlier, especially if you struggle with the peak from like right where that other chest is. Okay, now probably gonna go to Bomb Island.
Yeah, with power bracelets you can do all the checks here.
And Triforce Shard 6 is here, we can't forget. The bottom one.
It is the bottom one.
Oh yeah, I know, Bobby. I thought it was just interesting that he was doing it without magic, since you usually do that when you have magic. Anyway, go ahead.
The season's gonna have me remember where all the Triforce shards 4 through 8 are.
Someone should make like a rhyme. I should make like a song about it. I should make a nursery rhyme about where the shards are.
I know that 5's the long boy. I think 8's the one at the top. The one at the bottom 6. 4 and 7 are bottom right and the side one. I can't remember which one's which. And then
the side one is 4, bottom right one's 7.
Ah. I probably missed out one. I think I edited it.
Well, 4's the one on the right side. 5's the long boy. 6 is the bottom boy. 7's the right hand corner boy. 8's the top boy. I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
6 is in the bottom, yeah. It looks like it's like a parallelogram shape.
Yeah, it does. Alright, sing save warp from both the runners. Okay, Bacon's slightly quicker, but you know what I mean.
Oh, that was pretty synced up actually at the end.
Advo more or less tracing Bacon's footsteps.
5 in the mail, yep. As we already know.
Oh, we already know that, yeah, because we already got it.
Yeah.
I don't need to write that one down. Yeah, so at this point, it might look like Bacon is ahead, but Advo has done some things that Bacon has not. Advo has done a lot more win for. There's probably something else that Advo's done that Bacon hasn't. Maybe
Grandma.
Grandma, yeah, that's true. So Advo will probably at least visually be in this sort of situation, but I think that swings and roundabouts aside, I think that both runners have done about equal amount of checks at this point.
Perhaps, yeah. It's gonna be hard to tell since one person skipped stuff for later, so yeah.
It is always quite hard to tell who's ahead in randomizer races, just because very rarely are both runners ever really like on the same page. Normally one person does something early and another person does something late, and things like that.
Oh, he just straight up killed that one.
Yeah, especially in this season, it's very it's not uncommon for leads to change at any point, really. So you can never really know until they're like really rolling through Hyrule.
Especially the nature of the late games in Season 8. We have like this particular kind of setting where you have to assume that you're in go mode even though you don't fully know yet. Triforce Shard 6.
It does look like a parallelogram.
Yeah. But like it's the point where you're kind of rushing hints and you have to assume you're in go mode even though it's more like a 75% chance you're in go mode. And it's like a really interesting dynamic because when you're getting up towards that point, like the types of risks you take or how risky you play it can really vary depending on the person, or like there's a lot of different player expressions towards that late game section that can easily change a lead, like just from routing. Bikey, top of waterfall. Yes. We're going for this without Cabana Deed, but he's also safe scumming it in case he wants to store it for Cabana later.
That's pretty smart, because doing exactly what Bacon has done and not sabling has screwed me over sometimes. Because now you have to find the deed in the bag.
Yeah, at least you know it's in logic and not completely barren at that point.
No, to Mum, Bacon won't know if that's useful until he has the bag, so I feel like he's gonna keep that.
We know where Cabana Deed is. Bacon doesn't.
Do we? Oh, Adver has it. Where did Adver get it?
Somewhere on Windfall.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Now we are getting first dungeon entrance. Or well, actually no. Just Hosket, I guess. He literally can't open the dungeon. Actually he can, because he has bottle now.
Oh, he has power bracelets as well.
Oh yeah, it's power bracelets as well.
So we might be seeing it. This could be what? FW, the temples. Odds are he's actually, I don't think he can beat any of the dungeons right now. He's still gonna check it out regardless. Not a bad idea, especially in Dragon Roost Island, just because
you're already up here in like this kind of Rito area, and like it's information, and information is very valuable this season.
And also this season specific, one of the changes is that there is now a warp. Upon entering this dungeon, you can now warp to it from like the start of DRI, which is very, very nice. This is Wind Temple.
Wind Temple.
Ooh,
do the first check.
Actually, I think okay, I could do the first check. He needs magic to do the rest. And if he had magic, I think he'd actually be able to do a lot of this. He wouldn't be able to do like the Skullhammer based checks, which I'm pretty sure Wind Temple has unless I'm tripping.
Wind Temple has what unless you're tripping?
Skullhammer checks.
No. I mean, there is a room where you would use the Skullhammer switch, like the Wizrobe mini-boss, but you can just, like, save warp out. Or roll flip out, if you're feeling fancy.
I think I'm more thinking of how to get into Gale Isle, rather than Wind Temple, the dungeon.
Oh, Gale Isle?
Yeah, because in my brain, Skullhammer's always a requirement for Wind Temple, because you've always needed it to get into the dungeon, but not in this season.
I guess it's just convenient for the mini-boss.
Why did I never think that you could hookshot the submarines? I just watched Advo do it, and it blew my mind. Why did I never think of it? Submarines are made of wood.
I see people do it, and I'm like, man, I need to do that next time, and then I never do it next time. I always forget.
I've seen people do that before, but either way, that still blew my mind. Oh, only the upper heart, right? Interesting. Laz says in chat. Either way, that is a strat.
Okay, now Bacon's going back to Windfall. Yeah. So yeah, that basically confirms Shard Path, if I'm not mistaken. Because it was just Fro's Pearl, no dungeon entrance, according to what Bobby said in chat. Could it be Hosket Mail? Does that count as DRI? Or I thought that counted as mail.
It counts as mail. Either way, it's a shard, I think.
Either way, it's
MSD. Points to the same thing. Oh, that was Wallet. Okay, right.
Oh, it was Wallet.
Maybe not,
okay.
But yeah, okay.
Because I was like, wouldn't following the kind of island dungeon entrance dungeon thing that Laz said earlier, by that logic, Hosket Mail would be part of Mail instead of DRI, and it wouldn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I thought it was like how Grandma Mail is Mail and not Outset. Well, that's how I understood it, because it's linked by the check, not by anything unlocked by the, yeah.
Can I just talk about that sick hookshot strat that Bacon did for Mila? Just going onto the cafe sign and then hookshotting the ladder and then storing the cutscene of the swag.
Dude, I'm learning so much in this, and just by commentating, like that crouch movement that Bacon did, just like Link squatting over and over again with his shield out. I didn't Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Pot. Blue.
Green. By that logic, though, by that logic, MSC should just be guaranteed path, I guess. Oh, Bacon, do you have time for this? You have time to peek the transparent chest as spiky. Mila, I'm a bit scared.
Oh,
It was
yellow.
I'm a little bit scared about Mila.
He'll be fine, I believe.
Since she's already gone past thingy now, Miss Marie.
I think if Bacon like bolted it to Mila, he's still in time.
Tot is a big cutscene, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, and also I don't think Mila brews in Tot. Okay, yeah, that's the command dude.
A really nice strat you can do is with the wind north, I believe from Tot, you can literally just leaf back to the Mila area and just save a lot of time. If you're like short on time. I believe.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
You can just leaf.
Okay,
it.
Bacon,
Yeah,
Bacon's
he barely made it.
Bacon's
I was
got
like,
it.
I'm worried about Mila. He only had like 5 seconds.
He was very much taking his time to go over to Tot. I will say that is something that I do not have the courage to do personally. Okay, there's the last shard.
Triforce Shard 4. Okay, so now MSC is open for Bacon, and that's, you know, pretty path. So I'm very interested.
He might go there.
Yeah, we don't have soup, but we do at least have Master Sword. And he is going there. I don't disagree with this. We know, like, following the DRI path to Helmarock, which is a very strong path, by the way. You know. And and the final sword hint. One sword away from trial bombs.
It could be this this could be a scene where bombs is in for Second Fortress.
MSC has bombs. MSC probably does have bombs. It's pretty likely. What if MSC had a sword though? And then something was on Phantom Gun. Perhaps Skullhammer. Ooh. Well, that is impossible, but it would be funny.
Horseshoe Pawprint DRI.
Okay, so there's a sword in Wind Temple, basically.
Yeah.
It is probably going to be bombs. I just think it is now. I know it could be Skullhammer, but it just feels like bombs to me. You know? This chest has bombs too many times. Equipping Boomerang. Also, Advo going for the dungeon entrance on DRI 2, by the way. He's gonna learn that this is Wind Temple too. So they both have that information now. Ooh, getting a parry on them both. Oh, and then stunning one, and then non-target quick spinning the other. Okay, that's really smart. The boomerang stunning. I wouldn't have thought of that, to be honest. Fair play to Bacon, honestly. He's killing it. I didn't know about Boomerang in MSC, but Bacon does, and I'm impressed. Yeah, that was pretty good. And it's probably bombs. Whoa, it's Skullhammer! It's Skullhammer this time. Whoa. Isn't that crazy? That was Sphere 3. If anyone's interested. This is looking like a very fast lead. Perchance. Our main problem...
Sorry,
oh, go ahead.
I definitely feel like we could see some, like, I would imagine the go mode is probably going to be something for like one of the temples.
Yeah, we
Actually,
need magic.
We could have a magic mode. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me.
We just really need magic, and the thing that's weird is we don't have grapple yet, which, you know, obviously you can beat Forbidden Woods without grapple, but it does have logical implications, as we've seen a few times in tournament matches. So, yeah, if this is Forbidden Woods, it's like, some of it will be in logic, but not others. I don't believe FF is Baron. I haven't seen that Tingle statue before, so I guess that is Hosket Mail.
I believe
it is Forbidden Woods. I willed it into existence.
Okay, so Bacon could do the first two.
Oh, he's going for this ho-ho?
Yeah, the ho-ho, yeah.
Interesting.
Fallen Windfall.
I feel like not a lot of people go for that ho-ho. It's usually only if you're just desperate, because you could be in go mode if you get your final shot hint. You know? I forgot this guy existed. No, wait until someone goes to the 2-eye ho-ho. Then it gets real. Okay. You have to go on top of the reef and like all the way around to the other side. It's incredible. Okay, so not much in Forbidden Woods. 2-eye is the ultimate slow-ho? That I love that phrase, slow-ho. Oh yeah, I guess you can use hookshot there, yeah. Two-eye is the forgotten ho-ho. Defeat the Octo there too. Yeah, you could just use the item hint. You could just go, you know what? Check's not in logic, but it's got a hint. Okay, well, Bacon's back at outset. Can't do anything that Advo hasn't already done, unfortunately. But he will get his lovely Tingle statue. R-Ray to do the Octo, I'm down. I guess that might remove a little bit of the excitement of doing the Octo, because you might get a hint that others haven't. Oh, Advo going for storage here. I didn't even know that was a storage spot. Oh my goodness.
Well, it is a storage spot.
Trying to check for Mila. Octo was kind of fun to do. I liked 2-eye. Oh, who's that? Meow.
We got the cutscene where Link meowed.
Link speaks English and meows in this game. Oh my god, Avo. You're making me nervous. Having the whole bottom row of checks in S7 was epic. It was fun. I liked it. There were like lots of different ways to route the bottom row in that season too. It was fun. So yeah, we're gonna see more Windfall Spoils bag checks. Or check, I should say. Got green shoes. Still out of logic though, so we're not finding our logic, and we are struggling to find our logic. I'm pretty sure what Bacon is doing right now is our bottleneck.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah.
It is
We don't have-
leafless, bombless, ET. Also, there are 5 checks in logic according to my tracker. So like this, and I know that like this has to resolve our bottleneck.
I feel like Bacon has a thing against the kids because I feel like he would have like I mean I'm not one to like comment on people's routing choices. I just feel like doing this before chasing kids with Picto, like to me that's a weird call, unless he didn't know what dungeon this was, but I think he did.
It is a weird call, but to be fair, we know it's the right call.
Yeah, I mean this will probably work out for him one way or another, right?
Because, I mean,
as we're saying, this is the bottleneck, right?
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, like, as long as he goes... I mean, was there literally anything on the Pompey and Vera hide-and-seek combo? Like, there was a bottle, but what else was there?
There's a bow, but...
Oh, there's a bow, right, okay. Yeah, it probably will work out for him. Like, I imagine he'll go back for it eventually, but he might just be trying to do a weird routing decision that he thinks that Advo might not do. Like, and do it earlier than him.
I could also imagine into dungeon warp pots trying to get those. I don't know if you opened the other one, but that is something that he could probably be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bacon. I think Bacon's just lucky that those 5 checks on Windfall weren't bombs or magic, because then that would definitely put him in a disadvantaged position.
If you're Bacon, probably very scared right now. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna get something good from this. We know he is.
Tell you what, he could absolutely just do like Forsaken Fortress out of logic, because obviously no bombs, right? But he could full clear that.
He could.
I can understand why you wouldn't actually, because because you'd imagine that there's progression here, because as we know, this is the bottleneck.
Yeah, like even though ET is worse to dip, we've got all the back 3 into dungeon warp pots in play, and we know that this is going to have something unlocking checks in it. So I low-key like this more than out of... I low-key just really like this play. Honestly.
This is not a bad play with all the context and things like that. Like, something's gonna be here. You can use the dungeon warp pots to get back here later. This is a fine play from Bacon.
Yeah. However, from his position, this play is like scary as hell. Like, you're prioritizing this over Picto Windfall, as he said. But looking through the eyes of the the commentators, like seeing both people, we know that this is gonna work. So this is exciting because Advo hasn't done this yet, but he does have Fire and Ice. So this is
getting the Skullhammer as well. This
is a good race. Like, it looks like Bacon is ahead. He probably isn't, really. But it's pretty even.
Both players have made decisions that both make sense and both aren't bad. And as you say, Advo is doing the play to go to Forsaken Fortress. Okay. Yeah, out of logic FF. So, yeah, both these plays make sense given the whole context of the seed. And yeah, we do like it when runners do plays that make sense and are different.
I think both plays make complete sense because whilst I do favor following logic in situations like this, FF as a play is usually pretty guilt-free, right? Like, you can just do it, and if it's all dead, you just know that your opponent is probably not gonna go mode FF, right?
Yeah, it's like usually an early sphere. It's got like 6 easy checks you can just do. So in my brain, this is more just like a quick thing just to do when you can.
Logic wants magic, wind tunnel, sword, dark portal. That'd be funny. But like, as Bacon, you are not the favorite by seeding to win this race, and he probably feels like he's not the favorite to win. So as a play, that makes this really interesting to watch, because one person's going for like easy out of logic FF, which is which is fair, and Bacon's going for in logic ET, which is really interesting to watch. And he's getting like all keys. So it's gonna be on kill all, which is our final check. If he peeked everything right. No, he stored first crypt, so yeah, this is literally gonna be it.
No, actually, looking at his tracker, he's got. I think he has like the rest of the dungeon here. He just can't do left side. I think logically.
Magic very much could be here. It could be bombs, but what Bacon really wants is magic. Oh, 3 keys put basement into logic. Oh, no.
Yeah, because I believe, yeah, left side requires...
Forgot about that. This is sad. Okay, maybe this could be wooden then. It is spiky.
Yeah, it's spiky.
We don't have bombs, and he's not choosing to store it. And there you go.
That's a magic.
Oh, we have a race on our hands. We have a race on our hands. Okay, so
that's kind of disgusting. I don't like that.
Oh my god.
Ew. I mean, okay, something had to be here logically, right? But still, ew. Yeah, Jolholla is beatable right now.
Yeah.
Even without magic, Bacon would have been able to beat Jolholla just because of Medley can fly.
Is this a little bit awkward for Bacon though, because he didn't do open chest storage or skull push or anything like that? He's doing it the vanilla way.
I think the biggest disadvantage here from Bacon's side is he has to do Jolholla and the basement all in one go, which means he has to climb, like has to do basement and then climb up to Jolholla, which does take some time. It is, I believe, much better to...
Unless you have chest storage.
What?
If you have chest storage, you can face the wall, then you can jump sash onto the side of the boulder on the pot. Oh, nice leaf strat, let's go. That strat's cool.
So open the pot, you can like do that.
Yeah, you can jump on it if you have a specific angle, like with a jump slash with chest storage and power bracelets, and you can like open it without bombs.
Huh. I knew that was possible. In my mind, that was just insanely hard. It might not be as hard as I anticipated.
In fact, last year in Challenge Cup, I believe Poke did it without chest storage, but that is like ridiculously precise because you need to have like a perfect position for it. But yeah, the chest storage version isn't that hard to do as long as you know where to be.
Oh, well, that's I guess that's another
Just a
strat
simple...
I can learn, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a simple jump slash the other way and you just lift it up because you have chest storage. It is so very useful.
Yeah, okay, so I guess like but another actual disadvantage from Bacon is that he can't get chest storage, and he realizes that as he needs medley to get through.
I mean, he can with skull push, but I don't know if Bacon knows skull push.
What are all these strats that I'm only just finding out now? What the hell?
Sorry, you're like, so Bacon can't do this, and I'm like, well, he can if he like calculates the mass of the sun. No. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Bacon knows skull push. I reckon.
Okay, actually, okay, I think I did know skull push, but I feel like, again, that in my brain that's been one that's been like hard, or like you might as well just use bombs if you have them, which is the case most of the time.
Yeah, you drop a skull on the chest, and then you can like backflip and leaf onto the chest, and then just do it like bomb push, I guess. Except you can't do the drop the bomb and immediately go for the dive thing. You have to do it like old bomb push. But yeah, FF, by the way, FF hasn't had anything so far. I haven't been paying that much attention to it.
Yeah, it didn't have much, I don't think. Not that I've
Bacon,
seen.
I'm sorry. He's just realized that he can't open the pot. That is why either skull push or open chest storage. We need more people knowing about it for bombless ET, because it is very nice to know, and it means that you can just go back for basement later. There is medley push apparently, but that sounds like hell.
I guess bombs could be, like as Yao says, bombs could be here if the sword is.
It'd be funny.
Wind Temple's in a bomb place, which I think it can be.
It'd be funny, but would it actually be that helpful?
To Advo it would be, because bombs are bombs, but yeah.
Well, what do bombs actually do? Like, think about it.
I mean, in this seed, admittedly, they wouldn't do a huge amount right now. They'd really just bombs at this point for Advo would be a massive quality of life thing, right? Because they would, they'd make Wind Temple easier, they'd make Earth Temple easier. Like the lookout platform checks that require destroying cannons would be way easier. So really just quality of life stuff.
I mean, for the lookout platform checks, I guess Boomerang is pretty nice already with the circle strat, like around the cannons, you know. But yeah.
I feel like the Boomerang's just caught like all the time, so doing it with Boomerang is just a pain, at least in my opinion.
I guess.
Maybe I'm just bad with the Boomerang, I don't know.
But you can get... I do believe it's faster, because you can just get all of them in one thingy.
Oh, Boomerang, okay. Well, I guess, yeah, I could buy that.
But yeah, like... bombs are nice, but what I meant was, like, do bombs actually unlock anything other than,
as far
like,
as checks, they actually don't unlock a huge amount, because Advo's got Boomerang, got power bracelets and other stuff, right?
Yeah, because he's done like the bomb lock stuff now, pretty much. I don't think there's anything bomb locked in the seed anymore. Apart from bomb mail, I guess. Like, we've just done all of the bomb stuff.
Advo going to... what was it, Gale? Foodwin? No,
Foodwin Woods, yeah.
It was Foodwin Woods, okay, right. He can't do this, unfortunately. Yeah, Advo is going to do the same thing that Bacon did a while ago, which was gamble that this is something he can do, but we know that this isn't something he can do. But yeah, no, this is just...
Is it a gamble?
I mean, no, but
Sorry. I'm like contradicting everything you say, but
I guess
as a fun talking point.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. I mean, if Advo went to Headstone, this would be much better for him. So it's like indirectly an unknown gamble, right? That he's just unfortunately like we know this is a gamble, right? But and it's a 50-50 one, but he's doing the chose wrong, but so did Bacon, right?
Yeah, I guess it's like a different type of gamble, because in my head, I don't usually think of it as a gamble. I usually thinking of it as getting information, but that does have an inherent risk to it of like having to double dip, which I guess you could see as a gamble. I just never saw it that way, which is an interesting talking point. Yeah,
I guess in my brain, going to like a temple dungeon to do the dungeon is by default a gamble, because double dipping Gale Isle or Headstone is a lot of sailing. At least that's how my brain looks at it by default anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think there's any right answer. Also, I know I'm like contradicting everything you say, but this is good. It's all in good spirit, you know. I'm not just trying to go like, actually, you're wrong. It's
more funny than anything, and if that's the case, please do.
Oh yeah, I'm
just trying to be misinforming anyone.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to introduce like, you know, interesting talking points.
Oh yeah, no, we do.
As a commentator.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jalhala.
Jalhala, which is the mirror shields. Which is the intended way of doing it.
Kinda sucks. One of my least favorite mechanics in this fight is not only like Jalhala like sucking you in, which is just plain annoying for me. It's also that the mirror shield lights move, so you like never know what part of the cycle you're on with the mirror shield lights, because there's no way of telling. They just kind of move on this cycle, and you don't know what point of the cycle they're in unless you're paying attention, which is kind of pretty annoying, I realized. But killing the pose efficiently does feel quite satisfying. Jalhala is, as we know, 15 pose in a trench coat. Pretty literally. And I guess this mask, I don't know. What's the lore of Jalhala? I almost said Jalhala Yao. You almost made me say Jalhala. Yeah. I'm sure there's some sort of Zelda video on the lore of Brawlhalla. But yeah, E.T. is done for Bacon, but Advo is right behind him, and Advo's gonna get the magic. Advo has Fire and Ice now, and so now we're in that... You know that you are probably in go mode, but you don't know for sure until you get that hint. We don't know where lights are yet. Are we gonna be able to get lights? Very likely. But like, you know, we still don't know yet, so we have to find out. Bacon is going to Dragon Roost because Wind Temple has a sword, so this makes sense. But this could be very bad for Bacon, because if the sword is at the very start of Wind Temple, and the rest, you know, doesn't have lights in it, then Advo could just be skipping like half of Wind Temple, whilst Bacon doesn't know that Fire and Ice was on Windfall the whole time. If there's a bow here that is really good, but it's statistically not really in his favor. So it is a little bit scary. It's a bit scary to know that Advo is gonna get guaranteed information, whereas Bacon is gonna probably full clear this.
I mean, a lot of this on Bacon's end depends on just like what items are where, and like if he gets good item placements, he might even get rewarded. If he gets bad item placements,
Medley,
then
no.
it's great. Oh yeah, the Fool Master's got Medley.
But yeah, like, you know, for Bacon, like if you're set on like orphaning the Pictolock stuff in Windfall early, this is the next logical step. Like, Sword was hinted here, like, it makes sense for him to do it if he's not going to do Windfall. I like how Laz said earlier, 0 restreams without Medley and Makar debate, whilst we're in the 2 different temples right now. I mean, the message wasn't sent whilst we were in 2 different temples, but I do. It's kind of funny how it like always just ends up that way. I didn't even introduce it as a talking point this time. Chat kind of just did it. It just naturally happens.
That's a funky way of getting down from that check on Bacon's side. I should probably note that myself.
Oh yeah, I used to always go down the cracked floors with iron boots, but then I saw, like, I think it was Rick Schmitty do it with the leaf switch, and I was like, oh, that just looks faster. I'm gonna do it.
I feel like they're both about the same. If anything, that one, like the leaf switch, is slightly faster.
I feel like the leaf switch is very likely to be slightly faster, and that's just like my gut feeling, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was something about like I was already using the iron boots, so the cracked floor like felt more like first instinct to me. There are a lot of things like that in randos and Zelda games though for me. Like, my first instinct is to do, like, something, and then it turns out that a different way is actually better. Or faster. Yeah, Bacon is gonna have to do Bombless ET, though, here. So, not ET, Wind Temple.
Yeah, and as we're saying, he can full clear this dungeon, but he's probably not going to be able to do it comfortably, because bombs do make a lot of things easier in this dungeon.
Honestly, the only thing that I don't like about Bombless Wind Temple is destroy all cracked floors. There you go. Like, string...
Yeah.
I can't talk. I said spring drop storage is honestly fine in my opinion, as long as you know where to stand. As long as you know where to stand for spring drop, it's just like a normal Wind Waker dive. Also, Advo doing the side hop strats for that first room of left side, that is really cool. Also, yeah, Advo is full clearing ET, I guess. And, you know, because he doesn't have bombs, he's opting to go left side first. Because, you know, bombs doesn't really do anything in left side for us, so it makes sense, but also it's interesting because both players are doing things that the other player might end up skipping.
I guess bombs could also be in the left side of ET if the game's really that mean.
But yeah, whilst I struggle to speak English about Wind Temple, my point is that the only part of Bombless Wind Temple that I actually don't like is Destroy All Cracked Floors, because it's like a frame-perfect jump slash. And then you have to do like a weird backflip leaf thing in between the spikes, and then you have to jump slash over it, and it's just... like, the frame-perfect input was enough, man. You don't have to add more on top of that. Even if it's not nearly as bad, it's still just insult to injury. But yeah, Bacon has done that part with the macaw music. And we are off to the bad part. Oh right, yeah, Bacon didn't do this. Because of how he routed it. Yeah, just gotta see where the sword is. If you are a Bacon fan, you definitely want this sword to be late in Wind Temple. Ideally on Mulgara Heart Container. Also, nice jump slash onto the redeads while they're, like, getting angry. Accidentally falling down there is so easy. If you have magic, and Advo didn't even have the option to not fall down there, he just had to in order to get the thing, if it was anything. Now we in Stalfo's Crypt. Not Stalfo's Crypt, Stalfo's mini-boss. So, we know that left side is dead now. At least. That's good for Bacon, I'd say. I think he's probably not going to prioritize left side. I would be surprised if he prioritized left side over the rest of the seed. I'd be very surprised. Ah, he didn't get the quick spin there. He was close to getting the 7 on strat. It was close. Not quite, though. What was that thing he was doing with putting his sword away animation? That was weird. Oh, it was sidling. Okay, is this the sword?
Yes.
It is.
You're like midway through the dungeon.
Like, just past the halfway point. So... if Advo go modes the rest of Wind Temple, which is not unlikely, he will get to skip Kill All, Wizrobe Mini-Boss, and Spike Room. Which is a good few minutes. But he also spent a good few minutes doing left side. And Bacon is just going.
Oh, Bacon, you can get him
So-
with a fan.
Oh no.
I dropped.
If Lights is bomb locked, then trial bombs. I guess. But at that point, you might even just not want to get trial bombs. You might just want to beat the seed bombless, if you can. Okay, never mind. Bacon is not skipping Wizrobe mini-boss. Oh, you can't. Okay. Wait, I misunderstood the message. That's my bad. Yeah, my brain hasn't been working very good in Wind Temple. String drop storage and not reading half of a message. Though this does just happen sometimes for me on commentary. Since there's a lot to think about. Advo doing the leaf strat too, let's go. That's so fun seeing both of them do that leaf strat.
Yeah, both runners just kind of making their way through the temple dungeons. Again, Bacon is a Earth Temple over Advo, but Advo is just doing Earth Temple, and Advo has done more stuff in Earth Temple, like the left side.
Yeah, has Bacon already seen the other key? Because he is like going for this, or did he just like forget about the process of elimination?
I'm not sure.
Okay, he's already seen it. Never mind. Oh, dang. Advo is just going straight for Jalhala. He didn't... I don't think he got chest storage, right? If he had medley, though. I don't think he did. I think he's just going for it. Considering he knows that he did all of left side, and all of left side was dead, it makes sense, yeah. I like this play. Especially since, well, I guess this is what you'd do anyway, actually. Never mind. Because he's in Light Hours mode and he's gonna get the hint, so never mind. I was kind of commentating as if he still had another item to look for before he could hint all of his go mode items. But no, he literally just can hint the rest of his items, so he's probably just acting as if he's in go mode now.
Yeah, I think that Bacon still has to find that other bow that we know is on hide and seek.
Advo didn't open the warp pot because I don't know if Advo even had chest storage.
I don't think he did. Like, it isn't a requirement this season because we all start with all the boss keys. Or big keys, rather.
Yeah, but in order to open the warp pot without bombs, well, easily you would need chest storage. You can do it without chest storage. It looks hard.
Oh, advocating the 4 cycle.
No, losing speedrunning license, as I said. Yeah, never mind. I guess Advo is probably just doing the common thing of like, you know, you can hint your Go mode items, you are just acting as if you're in Go mode at this point. I would do the same.
I don't know if he opened the into dungeon warp pot. If he did, then this wouldn't be too bad, because he could just go FF and then use that pot to go into Earth Temple. If he needs to come back here.
Yeah, it's unlikely though, for him. But
yeah, odds are
of
Bo's in
course-
like another location, right?
Yeah, but we of course know that he doesn't have to, and that's going to work out for him.
Yeah. We just don't know where that last boat is exactly.
Yeah.
It could be the end of Wind Temple.
Imagine if it's like, the bow's on outset, and then Orca's dead. Actually, bait back casino.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Wasn't Needle Rock hinted dead though?
It was, I believe. That would be funny though, because we are missing both grapple and bombs.
Yeah. Mulgara time. Oh, Bacon. Okay, I have some insider knowledge. Bacon was practicing Mulgara 1 cycle. He was learning it earlier. And I think he was doing a setup for it. That, he learned from David. And so that was him trying it now.
Also, Advo doing the shoot the lighthouse from the boat strat, which is
Let's
pretty cool
go.
strat.
Yo, Bacon got a regrab. No, what happened to the tongue? Okay, it's delivery bag.
Oh, I got another
Bacon
regrab.
got another regrab, but he targeted
No,
good things.
the babies are angry.
I hate it when babies get angry.
Okay, but Bacon had a pretty good Mulgara fight there.
He put the effort in. And now we're skipping forward to Creed giving us the letter of love. But that doesn't matter because we just want to know where lights are. Alright, Creed, where are lights? It's forest.
I guess Forest Tape. I guess we're going there. Yeah, so that's.
Oh wait, did
Advo
we
in-
see? Did we peek small island, Spiky?
I don't know. Well, Advo's basically in no mode at this point. If he
Yeah.
once he finds this, well, okay, no, he knows where the swords in Wind Temple or DRI, and he knows where the last bow is. So from his point of view, he's probably just gonna straight up go mode this dungeon, which I think I don't know if he knows it has to be Forbidden Woods, but he's gonna find out this is Forbidden Woods.
Bacon's equipping Boomerang. And Leaf, I'm scared. He's going to Southern. No, Bacon, no! Oh no. Okay, this is bad for Bacon.
It's actually quite crazy how much that bow on kids actually helped Advo.
It's like
Because-
it's like a no-brainer for him probably. Yeah, it might just decide the entire race. Bacon, just go kids.
Does Bacon like have anything against doing hide and seek?
I think he might just be trying to play differently because he's in a match against Avo, maybe. That's my theory.
I just know that some people have like certain like playstyles where they actively like avoid saving or like actively avoid like another check or whatever. Like it's
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like this is
like
because
Claire
of
with
the
Fire
matchup.
Mountain, right?
Yeah, I don't think I don't know for sure since I'm not, you know, Bacon, but I don't think he has something against the kids. I think this is just an occasion where he's routing it like this. I don't think he's like this every time.
Grappling hook. Huh.
Logic for Bidden Woods. Even though grappling hook is just a time loss at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't really do a huge amount.
He's going FF.
Oh right, Bacon has to do this dungeon.
Bacon. Bacon could have literally go-moded this dungeon. You know how I was talking about earlier, like... Also, yay, getting the door broken. Which I find difficult. You know how I was talking earlier, like, FF is usually a guilt-free play, because your opponent most likely won't go-mode FF? Well,
Yeah.
Bacon could have.
Bacon could, yeah.
He genuinely could have. I don't know what place Bombs is in.
I do feel like, I mean, looking at this entire match with hindsight, I think this match is a good example of why, like, this is another reason why you would want to do low spherical checks, because all of High and Seek and Ledger's house in this seed was Sphere 0.
Yeah.
And in this case, that's important not because it's Sphere 0, but because, like, generally below the sphere, the more chance that your opponent has done it at an earlier point, which is exactly what's happened, because Advo did it pretty early on. Like, that bow was the first bow Advo got. Who Advo getting munched by Kali damage, though. So yeah, Bacon had, like, pretty much, like, the entire seed to do kids, and in that time, Advo did it, and Bacon has not, so... That's
Logic Big Grapple was required for lights, true.
Yeah, that's the danger of putting off lower sphere checks is there's a good chance your opponent has done it before you.
I
Not
guess
always,
like
but, I mean,
yeah,
it seems like it's an example, right?
I guess low spheres do have potential to have more things. Like when you say when it's like five sphere 0 checks, you just think orphaning that can't, like orphaning that might not go very well. Like it just makes me like my instincts are like 5 sphere 0 checks has a very high likelihood for something to be on them, right?
I know, I think it is mathematically correct that like the lower sphere, the more chance it has of having something good. But like from my own experience, and I think as I understand it, how the randomizer plays things, I think that it's technically true, but in the in like the grand scheme of things, it's rather negligible for that reason. It's still a valid reason to go for lower sphere checks, but I feel like doing it because your opponent has probably done it beforehand is like that. To me, that's the reason why I personally would prioritize checks. It's more about thinking of where my opponents are.
Yeah,
but it depends on obviously the seed and the context stuff, right? Yal says Wind Waker uses front fill. It does, but I think there's also some balancing to make it not too front fill heavy, as I understand it. And I'm sure there's someone who understands it way more than I do. I think it's like front fill with a few tweaks. That's my understanding.
Yeah. Also, as people pointed out, Advo stealing a key for Wind Temple.
That's actually a
from
great
Forbidden
strat.
Woods. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I will say I do think about Wind Waker routing differently to like SSR routing, and that might just be front fill.
Yeah, things like because just for context, so everyone's on the same page. Wind Waker uses like front fill mostly, so the lower spheres will have a more higher importance. Skyward Sword Randomizer used to use front fill, but about a year or so ago, maybe longer, it switched to also known as Assume Fill, where I think it's just like more evenly distributed over the spheres. If there might be
That's what it feels like when I'm playing.
Yeah, it might make higher spheres more likely to have stuff, but as I understand it, it just makes it more spread out. And yeah, I think like things like that does affect it, because in the game, If it's front fill, then you're going to naturally have a bias towards lower spheres. If it's assume fill, then you're naturally going to have a bias towards, well, kind of everything. Maybe higher spheres, if anything.
I do feel like I have a slight bias to lower spheres in Wind Waker.
Yeah,
Like,
because like the whole like front fill stuff is going to be at least like in the back of your mind when you're making decisions.
yeah, like Sphere 3 Earth Temple compared to Sphere 8 Earth Temple, you know. Sphere 3 Earth Temple to me is a lot more attractive as an option.
Yeah, then the seeds, just like the random seed you're playing decides to put a shard on like sphere 12 and you just have to cry.
I've had a seed where, like, since I started sphere tracking, I had a seed where defeat Ganondorf was sphere 3. And then there was, like, another one where it was sphere 9, and I think that's really funny how, like, how much variance it can have. Yeah, this is true. Sphere 4 could just mean, like, you know, pretty dead dungeon. Which is kind of wild. You can have, like, defeat Ganondorf spheres that high. So yeah, Advo's still going to do a decent bit of Wind Temple before getting the sword, and he's also going to do this Makar, like, different room thing, which is nice. Lights were sphere 10, oh my gosh. Once you get into double digits, then you know it starts getting crazy. Yeah, it's weird, because I swear, like, Mini Blunds S2, when I started, like, racing this game, and the spring asyncs, like, in Mini Blunds S2, I, like, when I briefly tried sphere tracking back then, I swear I had seeds that were just more high in spheres than S8 is now. It is weird.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how a lot of the how like different settings affects the spherical counts of seeds and things like that.
Yeah. So Bacon's on Windfall now. Please get Fire and Ice. I'm begging you.
Just go play hide and seek with some kids. That's all you gotta do.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
He's doing it.
Yes. The race isn't like it still could be anyone's game. Now, granted, I have a gut feeling that Advo is a little bit ahead at this point because Bacon did Southern Fairy, and that was a bit of a time loss. But it still could be anyone's game, I believe. Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, Advo still has to. Advo still has to beat Wind Temple. Or then again, Bacon has to beat Forbidden Woods. So. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. I think Advo's a little bit ahead, but it's not by a whole lot.
Yeah, because Bacon's gonna be able to do Forbidden Woods pretty quickly.
Yeah, the sword hint bug is annoying. I never remember, personally, that the sword hint is there. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do hide and seek an hour and a half in, you know? Sometimes it's part of the match. Bakuo. Big shoutouts to June Roberto. Having like the best voice clip. Yeah, whoa! Alright. Oh, whoa, Bacon barely, like, target walked there. He just kind of ran up. Kind of crazy. Okay, well, Advo is going to get his sword now. So after this, he's going to skip the rest of Wind Temple. He still has the Mulgera sequence to do and all the stuff leading up to it, so he still has a bit to go, but Bacon is still going to go through all of the Lenzo door cancel stuff, and then he's going to have to sail to Forbidden Woods, and then he does Forbidden Woods. So, what do you think? Advo is like 2-minute lead, maybe?
Yeah, sounds about right. Maybe a little bit more. It just depends how quickly Bacon can do Forbidden Woods.
Yeah.
And
Bacon might not.
All things he's got to do.
Yeah, Bacon might not think it, but this could have easily been his game. And it still could be.
Yeah. No one's one for certain until the sword's in Ganondorf's head.
Also going into Mulgera with
I stand by that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like in like sports and just competitive things in general, you always just have to stand by that belief that it's not over till it's over, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if 90%. Oh, go ahead.
I mean the runners have to have that belief whether they like it or not, because they don't know who's finished until one of them is finished, so they can be like seconds away from stabbing Gandalf in the head, but that thought in the back of their mind will always linger, what if my opponent is like here right now? So yeah, these runners have no choice. They have to believe that where they want to or not.
Yeah, you can't just DNF thinking that someone's gonna beat you. You have to keep going until you're proven wrong. Because you always have to assume, like, hey, I don't know what happened to my opponent. Gotta keep going. But yes, Bacon is finally getting his Fire and Ice.
I wonder if he's thinking, oopsies, I could have got that an hour and a half earlier, but
that's just the S8 vibe.
I feel like that's what I'd be thinking if I was in Bacon's position, because the
Definitely
was
me,
our starting item. Yeah. But either way,
Definitely
that is
me.
it is a rather unfortunate area for Bacon, just on the basis that he could have done that earlier, and he elected not to. He elected to do other things, which was completely fair in a lot of areas, but did not pay off for him.
Yeah, I like how Bacon was gonna turn it tonight, but then he was like, "Oh, there's a chance I fall off the cart, and so I'm gonna go to the ledge."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mulgera time. He went for a regrab. Didn't quite get it. I should learn Mulgera one cycle soon. Next time I do something Wind Waker related that's competitive.
I keep going to learn Mulgera one cycle, but then I end up not wanting to do that because I've heard it's hard, and I just want to play the game.
It looks like it looks interesting. Like, I think from what I've heard it's hard, but it's consistent, and the more you work at it, the better you get at it. Knowing some of the stuff you've done in some of your speedruns, Kit, I wouldn't doubt that you'd be able to learn it.
Oh, 100%. I just need to dedicate the time to doing that.
Yeah. Might be something you chip away at over time.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's not done with bombs, even, by a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Like bombless strats, there's a lot of, like, more strats, yeah. Actually, where were bombers this seed? They just didn't show up.
I don't know.
Huh.
What's the funniest place for bombs to be?
Like right here. But Baker's good at it right now. That'd be pretty funny.
Other check in Forest Haven. Maybe the real bombs were the arguments we had about Medley versus Makar along the way.
That's where all the real explosions happened.
Okay, that was good.
Advo done with the
Okay, I guess I see 0 out of 1 on Forest Haven. So I guess
okay,
like
they must have peaked earlier. Yeah.
Okay. I guess Bacon just didn't mark off Small Island. If it was 0 out of 2.
Ah yes, the lights. Who would have guessed?
That feeling when the big tree has lights on it.
Mm-hmm.
That relatable feeling when you fly with Big Leaf with Gust Wind, and you almost die, but you manage to land on a big tree leaf after going in weird bulbs that spit you out, and then you get, like, the Bow of Light. Happens to me every Wednesday.
Such a relatable experience, yeah. Does Advo have lights? Advo knows where the lights are. He found the hint for there in Forest Haven. He's going to get them right now. And then he's going to go beat the game, because he can just do that.
Yeah. So he is definitely ahead of Bacon, like I thought, but it is within a Ganondorf death's possibility. And they also both have 3 hearts, so...
Yeah, they do both have it. I mean, Go Mode Forbidden Woods is pretty quick. It's like 5-6 minutes or something. I'm probably...
Oh wait, no, it's not. It's shorter than that.
It's probably shorter than that, to be honest. Yeah, that's
Go Mode Earth Temple is like 6.5 minutes optimally, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the distance between these 2 runs. It's a Go Mode Forbidden Woods apart, which is not very long at all.
Swords were in Wind Temple, 7 Amos, and then 2 other spots that I don't remember, but that's where the final one that both of them got was.
I think we got the first 2 fairly early.
Yeah. And now we are in true Go mode for Advo. Three mins or so? Okay. And Bacon's already, like, a little bit into it. So... Oh! Nice. Lincoln already in animation. Let's say there's, like, a 2.5 minute difference. Maybe 2.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, you said 2 minutes a little bit ago, and you were pretty much spot on with that one. Yeah.
Cool. Alright, and we are entering Hyrule. Again, we're within a Ganondorf death's possibility, so... anything can happen. We said at the same time.
Same brain cell.
Same brain cell. Kit, it's my turn on the brain cell.
Alright, barrier break for Advo at 115, 30 something. Or 35, sorry. Yeah, so should be getting I'd imagine a low 140 here for goes swimmingly on Advo's side.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you probably looked at the history of, like, you know, how many times has this person died to Ganondorf out of all the times they've played, it's probably very low. But as the commentator, you gotta make things exciting, you know? You gotta assume stuff like this to still make it exciting, to open the possibility of Bacon still winning.
Also, that number, I believe, for most runners, how many times have you died to Ganondorf? I mean, yeah, for the runners of these caliber, it is going to be a low number. But I know for most runners that number's not 0. For me, that's not 0.
For me, I don't think that's 0. Yeah, it's one of those things where I don't remember a time, but like it will have happened at least once.
Yeah, and you just get a few especially with 3 hearts, you get a few unlucky swings with Ganondorf, and yeah, you just get plopped all the way back.
Okay,
so,
because I timed my high rules, knowing that Advo is here, I know that he is about 2.5 minutes in whilst Bacon is entering the portal, so it is about a 2.5 minute difference.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Bacon's probably going to be breaking the barrier around like the 138 flat mark.
So, let's say Bacon go moded FF and didn't go to Southern Ferry. He would have won. I think.
Yeah, very real possibility. I think it was really just that bow on hide and seek that got him, because Bacon could have got that for a very long time, and he spent quite a long time at the late game looking for it. Unfortunately,
to play into the Ganondorf death possibility, or just the slow Hyrule possibility, I should say he would have been ahead at this point. And I guess that's kind of the thing, like, a lot of people are out in S8 right now. Like, we're getting to the point where people start getting out of the tournament. I'm out of the tournament, for example, but a lot of people who are going out of the tournament that I've seen are, like, people who almost beat a top runner. Right? Like, I've seen, like, minute differences between someone who's favored to win from the seeding and someone who's not. And stuff like that. So, like, really, S8 is a really unpredictable season, and everyone has to be on their toes, because you never know who is gonna be right behind you.
Yeah, very much so.
Gonna get to see the Dark Nut die, let's go! We'd love to see Dark Nut death. Alright, can we get the crypts? Yeah. I know that Advo got the first shot on phase 1, which is nice. I didn't see the rest of it too much though. Let's
1, 2, 3,
go.
there you go. Double crypt.
Double crypt is kind of harder than it looks in a way that you can shoot it in a way where you don't shoot it the second time at all and you just hit the body. And you can also... Oh no, Bacon. You can also have it happen in a way where, like... Oh my gosh, he would have died. Okay. But you can also have it in a way where it just shoots through the body in phase 2. So that even if your timing was gonna be correct, you can, like, have the arrow go through the body and then you just automatically fail it without even getting an attempt at the timing.
Advo forced to spin strats on PG3 because he's got no bait bag or bombs.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why is he doing spin attacks all the way? He doesn't have anything else.
Yeah, it was also scary watching Bacon with those phantom cannons. I usually just stand there, and if I get the encircling attack, I just turn around and untargeted shoot. But he targeted the wrong one, which is like exactly my fear there. And it was like, if he didn't target it right the second time, he would have died. Yeah. Nice rope climb, by the way. Alright, grapple skip. Gets it very cleanly. It's interesting to see, like, the first shot of PG1 be done, like, very slightly differently. By a lot of different people. Like, some people go closer to the body, some people, like, aim up first, then left. Some people aim left first, then up.
Yeah. Like, first base on Advo done.
This is an unlucky PG1 for Bacon, unfortunately. But yeah, Advo is getting ready to do the final thing.
There you go.
And there we go.
And that's GG for Dadvocate, finishing with a official race time of
1:42.02.
Yeah, nicely done.
Shall we pull them in?
Yeah, they are both in the waiting room. And here they are. GG's. Right. GG's Advo, GG's Bacon.
GG's. Hello, you two. GG's.
GG's.
Yes. So so Bacon, how about that bow on hide and seek?
I want to cry. I'd like to cry.
Yeah, we were all saying that was rather unfortunate because Picto was the starting item. You could have done that very early on. I mean that was Advo's first bow, but just unfortunately that was where your last game mode item was.
I should have done it. Like I was telling Advo after, I was like, I should have done it, but I've had such a bad time, and I knew that it was going to be nothing on like everything Picto related, because it always is. It never. You start with Picto, you never get anything from like Lenzo's house or anything like that. So I was just like, I don't want to do it, so I didn't do it. And then, lo and behold, it was my Fire and Ice. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's fair. It was at least very interesting to watch this free stream throughout, though. Like Fire and Ice, your Fire and Ice placement aside, Bacon, since you already explained that. Like, you got the Skullhammer before Advo did because you orphaned those checks. You got Magic before Advo did, and honestly, if you like didn't go Southern Fairy and go moded FF, that you could have won.
I didn't have Fire and Ice arrows until like an hour or I don't know what either. Because you need Magic to fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I skipped 41 locations and it really should have been 50. Like when I was in ET and got my Magic, I was like, why the heck did I even do left side? That made no sense. And I also really should not have. I really should not have gone to FF, but I also did FF because I forgot that FW still requires grappling hook. Although it doesn't. Caldemos does not require grappling hook, so.
Yeah, I mean, of all things to do out of logic, in a bottleneck, FF is like one of the least bad things. Even though it could have resulted in a time for you. Like,
I was like, what if
being...
ET has bombs and my male FW hint is like my magic from bombs and then on Helmrock mail? I have no idea. I don't think I got anything else from mail for FW. Or did I get? I guess it was Iron Boot. Did I get Iron Boots on mail? Or Iron Boots mail?
Yeah, I believe Iron Boots are on mail. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that was the padding because Iron Boots at the entrance.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of crazy because I didn't actually feel. Besides, obviously, my bow, I did not feel bad about my routing at all. Like, until I got to the casino of going, oh, where the heck's my bow? I was happy with it. Like, I feel like I played decent, and then overall, I was like good with how I was, and then just the bow happened, and I was like, okay, well, there goes my chances.
Yeah.
I saw my chances drop in Earth Temple. My Earth Temple was. I don't think Medley got taken by a floor master in right side. I don't even know where Medley goes after getting abducted. I don't even know where she goes. I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, bro hasn't played Vanilla Wind Waker. Sag.
Even in Vanilla Wind Waker, I feel like that wouldn't happen to me. Because like it's not like she has to get abducted. I just like stood next to the floor master, wanted to shoot her with my bow and pulled out my hammer because it was on the. I switched the buttons.
She goes in that like jail, right? In that like.
Yeah, it's the jail right above the Skullhead room. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that left side play, whilst left side was dead, it still made some level of sense because like, bombs isn't very useful for left side, so in a bombless ET setting. Still made sense.
Like,
that
I knew my magic, or like it was pretty obvious my magic has to be in the next two checks, and at that point I'm missing a sword, which I know where it is, and I can get a hint for the bow. So like, of course, my bow could have been in there. Like I didn't need anything else. I didn't need to grapple or bomb, especially like I could have just like then saved after Valhalla like I did, and then like, well, if it's in left side, I can still do it then and have it before it.
Yeah.
It was just really bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I was also like, I also got that case of like not realizing that you guys were basically in that not go mode, but like you assume that you're in go mode because you can hint the rest of your go mode items. Like, I didn't really realize at that point when I was commentating, like, oh wait, they have magic now, they can hit the lights, as long as it's not on like Big Cake.
I was also a big fan of the fact that I went to flight control, because I was like, okay, I have like a 50-50 chance right now to get the hit for the shard, and then another, like if I don't get it, a 2 and 3 chance on FF. And I did Mila right after, and that was just my shard.
Yeah. Flight control ho-ho is not something you see a whole lot, I guess.
I think that's like definitely one of the less bad, like stupid ones, because the sail is not that far.
That's fair.
It's not too bad.
Stonewatch is a terrible sail. 2 IV was kind of terrible because of the way he is. Northern Ferry is terrible if you don't have to go there. The fact that it's like the only one on an island that cannot be in the settings, that is just not that bad. Unless you get stuck on the island like me.
Yeah.
I was
You know,
sad
that was
that
not-
the smuggling into Wind Temple didn't pay off.
Dude, I was thinking about that. Like, I was genuinely thinking about.
I was
Using,
standing like 2 rooms later and was like, wait, do I go back and do it right now? And I was like, wait, no, I just do that on my way, on my way out, whatever.
Yeah, well, because what I was thinking was because I went Forbidden Woods pretty early. Like, I think 40 minutes in, I think, somewhere around there. And I saw the key chest on, like, inside Tree's mouth, and I was like, man, do I, like, smuggle that and use that for ET? Because then that's just one, like, that's one less key that I'll need. Because I might need a full clear ET. I didn't need it, but I was considering it, because I was like, that might help, but
Yeah,
it
I got
didn't.
into Wind Temple. Because I was like, well, this is my last sword. If my sword is
Yeah.
ready and I don't have to look for the key, that could save me a lot of time, depending on how bad the keys are.
Yeah, they were not bad this seed, thankfully.
They're not.
Yeah, but like I said, I feel like I played alright, all things considered. I mean, I was only probably 4 minutes behind, I think. Maybe a little less, I'm not sure.
It
But-
did all look pretty close between you two. I
Hyrule.
think towards the like in Hyrule it's maybe like 2.5 difference.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 minutes in Hyrule at the start.
Yeah, I felt okay about how I played. I think I got really unlucky, and also I was really stupid to not just literally go check the Sphere Zero check that you could check within like 2 minutes of the seed starting. But I always have that bit of like, do I want to do that? Do I not want to do that? Like, it's too hard for me to really tell if I like what I want to do sometimes. So
Especially after the last seed, I didn't do kids at all.
yeah, like I don't remember when I did hide and seek then. I don't know how early or late it was. I was also trying to, like, I wanted to greed for deluxe so I could do all the Picto checks at the same time. And like, I went into, I think I finished, I full cleared FF, and then I went to Windfall, like, what are the chances there are 2 or 3 bows in Windfall? It's not 0, but it's possible. And then I get all my Picto stuff, and then I collect hide and seek, and I just go, oh, cool.
Yeah.
This is fun. I've had fun this seed. Like, I kind of had a feeling it was there by the time I was like, is there any chance that it's going to be a Sphere Zero, like a Sphere Zero bow? And oh yeah, it was a Sphere Zero bow. But I still had a lot of fun. Like, honestly, for my first tournament being top 16, I can't complain. Like, I feel like I even played better than I have pretty much the rest of the year on this seed besides the routing. So I can get better, which is going to be nice. So
Yeah, like, despite you being out now, we have seen a lot this tournament of people going out of the tournament but being pretty dang close to beating their opponent that they lost to. And this is another example of that. So, it makes me excited to see, your future in this game. And of course, we could talk about bracket as well. if we wanted to.
Bracket.
Yeah, so Advo is facing against none other than KitKat.
Who's that?
He's the guy right here who is commentating.
Oh, whoa. Crazy.
Whoa,
Didn't know
that's
that.
crazy.
Whoa, that's me.
We should play in person.
Yeah, we have the matchup in
should play in
the call.
Kid is coming over to visiting us next, like on Friday. We should just play in person.
Just play your first game
I
in
will-
person.
Play it in Germany.
I might be able to bring the stuff, so sure.
I don't know.
Are there rules
It'd be
against
fun.
that? I mean, you guys could just sit back to back with like, just do like SGL style.
Sit in different
Just,
rooms.
you know. Yeah.
That'll be really
Kid's
fun.
gonna sit outside.
Sit outside.
No, I'm hyped for this matchup. Advo's a cool player. Yeah.
I don't even know how often we play them.
Hey, at the very least, I did not have to go against Kit after again, because my bracket was just like torture. Like, I do not know why my bracket was just so awful. It was just like, okay, you know, your first round is beatable, but it still could be anyway. And then, oh hey, here's Gymnast. And then, oh hey, my loser bracket round one's not too bad. Oh hey, here's Advo. Okay, have fun. That was it. And it's like, oh hey, if you beat Advo, you're gonna go against Kit. And hey, if you beat him, I don't know who I go against actually. Oh, it'd be Tweety or Cinny, so that would just be a. Oh no, sorry, it'd be Tweety or someone else. Oh,
Jazznick's
either
or
Tweety,
Rick.
Rick, or Jazz. That's okay. I'm happy. I'm fine.
Just speed running all the top runners.
Yeah, literally, just like.
Yeah, like we've said before, it's kind of like a case of in Wind Waker, it's just like everybody is just really good, and there is a level of bracket luck, of course, because you know there is the comparison, but it's really every bracket is hard to some extent in this, and
The general
like
skill level
everyone's
in
so
Wind Waker has
good.
gone up so far. It
Yeah.
also just, like, it's also more dense because we're less players by now, but like if you look at it, we're god dang, I just looked at the bracket. Like there are like there are basically there are so many players that could belong, like if we had still top 24 in Challenge Cup, like so many of these local players in here would also just belong in top 24.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely been like a decline in the player base, but a lot of the player base that's around are a lot of like the runners at the top end, so it's become very competitive from my point of view at least.
You look at like Tweety, and Tweety just beat like Tuba and City, and then there's Poke who also beat took a game of Tanjo. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
me personally,
And there's
I believe
16
that,
and 17.
I know. Yeah.
Tweety is top 12 now.
Yeah. Tweety's been on a run. I just kind of like, it's just cool seeing everyone just be really, really good. Like, I think it's been like you said, like the player base thing is just, I think we've gotten more sweaty. I think that's what it is.
I guess that's one way to describe it.
Yeah, everyone's gotten better, and then like, but we've had less people, so everyone's like, oh, I don't want to play against these really sweaty guys, and there's me who's just like, yeah, I lucked into being here, but
even top
You didn't
level is
luck
way
into it.
closer. We have so many more people who are like, yeah, I think they could win this tournament. Meanwhile, if I look at S4, for example, we had like, especially at the end, it was kind of just like, I mean, everybody knew Javis was gonna win. At the beginning, it was like, okay, maybe Woofer, Elijah, and then it's like Tanjo, Claire, but then there was just like a really big gap at some point. But now it's just like, I don't know, top 8 seeds, every single one of them can win. Or lower than that. Like Rick Schmidt is seed 13, Jazz is seed 12.
And Rick won last time. He's
Yeah.
not even in top 12 this time.
Yep.
It's super unpredictable.
Anyways,
But yeah,
I
that was
don't
fun.
have to play any more Wind Waker this year. Oh my god.
Join us, Bacon. Join us.
Yes,
there's
I'm free.
There's multi-world, so you have to play Wind Waker.
Okay, I'll play
but
Wind
it's not
Waker
this
sometime
summer,
this year.
So we can just We can just have the rest of the summer off Wind Waker.
Fine.
We can play
See,
Wind
you say that
Waker
like I don't.
IRL.
You say that like I don't work, because work kind of happens, so I kind of have
Oh,
to.
well, yeah,
You know,
but...
I can't just relax. But yeah, I mean,
But
I'm-
yeah, summer.
honestly, I'm just kind of happy that I'm like, the pressure was kind of heavy, so I'm like, eh. Like I said, I think like I said last restream I was in, I was like, I won one round in each like bracket, so I'm happy. Like I expected to go out exactly like this, except maybe not against Advo, because you know I'm an Advo fan, so you know.
I guess welcome to the club then, Bacon.
Lyric is crack.
We're Advo fans.
Yeah, Lyric is really good.
Yeah.
Really close race. Lyric is just crack. And I also play like I have done like except the training race I played like 3 times.
You know what? Yeah, I kind
Same
of.
goes for last year.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I would not have joined this tournament if it wasn't for dungeon racing or dungeon entrance rando. If the settings weren't this cool, I would not have joined anymore.
That's fair.
Spoiler lock races, so true, yeah.
So...
dude, I want SL. That'd be so fun.
There hasn't been SL stuff in this
I've
in
done
a
one
very long time.
I've done one SL race with Lenamfi and one other person in it's been a little while.
This one,
It
not
was in
recently, but like
March.
a couple months
That
ago.
was
Yeah.
a spoiler lock race.
Honestly, I might ping for one right now so I can get the saltiness out. Honestly.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have any more to say besides check your Sphere Zero checks, kids.
yeah, especially kids. Kids checks.
Yeah, literally check the kids. Yeah, and then check the person that's supposed to take care of the kids, and she'll give you a bow for some reason.
That's how it goes. But yeah, fun commentating. It is cool.
Any other last words before we wrap up the restream?
You got some very poetic last words.
It was an honor playing against Advo after watching him for like the past like 3+ years. So
It's crazy how people consider it an honor, and I'm just like a guy.
yeah, but like you know,
I was a guy.
I've been watching you for a while. Okay, you know, like longer than I'd like to admit. Like I think majority of my rewards on ZSR is from watching you and betting on you. Like I probably had like 40,000 just from you.
I've been playing this for 5 years. What is this? This is my 5th year.
Yeah. I've been watching for like at least 3 of those, I think. But very weird meetup. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, because I also gotta watch the time a bit, so I'll just say we'll wrap it up right here. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't already, please consider giving our 2 amazing runners, Advocate and Bacon4Presy, a follow on Twitch. And also big thanks to our 2 commentators, KidCot and Sledge, for delivering quite a performance on commentary. And also big thanks to our 2 trackers, Bobby and Flash, for keeping our trackers nice, clean, and updated. Yeah, the reason why I gotta stress a bit is because there's gonna be and a link to the past Crosskeys tourney race happening in 20-ish minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. We were yapping.
Yeah.
Yep, sure were. No, we're still gonna go ahead and raid over to K Manator, or however they're pronounced. They're also currently playing Wind Waker Rando, so maybe that's if you're still not satisfied with Wind Waker Rando, you can go ahead and watch them play there. And until then, see you later. Bye bye.